Mark, a year ago you said there were a lot of questions. How do you feel going into this year?
Just basketball. Look, obviously having these two guys back with so much experience and just such a keen understanding of what we do and why we do it, and being comfortable enough to communicate and confident enough to communicate that to the new guys, that gives us a real jump. And then you throw Anton and Drew Timme in that mix, and that's a nice core group of guys that got a lot of minutes under their belts. And then I think we're all collectively excited about the new guys that we've added. Just there is a process of getting them up to speed, and we're currently right in the middle of that. So having these guys as examples and role models and able to probably smooth over some of my messaging on how to get it done helps greatly.
All right, Corey, I need you to break down here. Be my analyst. I had Drew Timme as one of the big breakout players this season, able to fill in for Petrusev. Your other front court mates, Coach just mentioned a couple of them. And we could add, obviously, whether it's Timme, Watson, Ballo, Pavel. I mean, you tell me about the players that are around you.
Yeah, obviously the two, we call them the Twin Towers, Ballo and Pavel. They're learning and picking things up really quickly, and they're big and they're athletic, and they're figuring it out. And we're going to need guys to help Drew and Anton in our front court, and that's been our strength for years and years and years, and we're going to keep going to it. So I think I would really expect those guys to make some big leaps and bounds this year, and I think we're all really excited for the progress they're going to make. And then obviously, the freshmen coming in are a big deal for a good reason. Those guys are super talented. They know how to play, and they're picking things up and doing a really good job of kind of getting thrown into the fire and trying to survive.
Joel, you obviously flirted with the NBA draft. Why did you want to come back?
Just the special group of guys that comes here every year at Gonzaga. At the end of the day, every year you have a chance to compete for the big trophy, like Coach said, and that's something, I feel lucky and blessed to have. There's some other players in the country that did not have that opportunity to come back every year and have the opportunity to fight with a good group of guys and fight for a championship. And at the end of the day, we just gotta look around us and check on the people who are around us. And once the ball goes up, those are the guys around you we're gonna fight with. I was super excited about that idea.
And Mark, lastly, obviously the goal is to win a national championship, to be a number one seed. But there is a regular season. We talked about the journey at the beginning, and the WCC over my shoulder has gotten better and better every year. It has pushed you guys in a good way with, different teams, notably BYU and St. Mary's of late. We know Pepperdine's going to be better. What are your thoughts on what lies ahead when we get there to the conference season?
I think it is getting better, and it's probably gotten better in areas where people who don't follow it on a daily basis would realize. I think the middle, these guys would agree, of our league was much tougher. They're more athletic, bigger, they're skilled at the guard spot, and just night in and night out, just some really good coaching battles to navigate your way through. Some guys doing I think of what Damon Stoudemire did last year. He did a really, really nice job. His team was tough-minded and competitive. And I don't know nationally if people realize that. Probably one of the more physical teams that we played all year. So I think be nothing but the same. I think it's probably going to be more critical this year with it's probably not going to be a lot of home crowds at this point, and if there is, I don't know that anybody will be playing in front of packed houses like we usually are. So you really have to count on your guys' mature approach and coming out ready to go and a real attention to detail. But I expect the league to be very, very competitive and with a lot of good players coming back.